Aha! Now I'm live. Well, hello everyone and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. Know your planets, know yourself, or know your nation, know yourself. The two are interchangeable. And I come to you after a very busy day today with clients. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to start setting a timer because all of it is starting to run over a bit too much, because there's just so much to discuss and there's so much going on in people's lives and how they feel post-election and all the transformations and all the changes and everything like that. But I think I really am gonna have to start putting a timer on, so I barely have time to get the show ready today and stuff like that. But it's still obviously great meeting with people and talking with them. And of course, if you'd like to book with me, then of course my website is linked in the video description, which will be appearing after this video goes live. So first of all, hello, and welcome to everyone for joining me this evening. Normally I'll get a chance to kind of digest the news a bit more, but I have not stopped. Literally had my breakfast this morning, as I usually do, because obviously I stay up quite late, because obviously everything is in American hours most of the time. Literally had my breakfast, went for a walk in the park, and then I've just been flat out all day since with clients and stuff like that. So there was something, there was a posting Mary Trump did. I didn't get a chance to watch it, talking about, you know, the whole backstabbing and all stuff imploding already in the Duck L'Orange cabinet. But sorry, I can't comment on it more than that, because I just didn't have the time. I didn't have the time. So anyway, let's first of all, everyone is oh, and of course I've got to say happy Thanksgiving as well. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you're stuffing yourselves until you burst. Yeah, until you burst at the seams. I certainly hope so. I hope you're having plenty of like turkey and what is it? Oh God, I've had a few Thanksgiving parties in my time. Let me just put my phone on airplane mode, because I know you guys have turkey. You guys, what is it? Sweet potato pie, and then sweet pumpkin pie, and all of this different kind of stuff. And you have the gravy and the stuffing and all of the various accoutrements and stuff like that. So, you know, when I was hanging out with Americans, you know, quite a few years ago now, the Americans are starting to come back, actually. I'm starting to hear more of the American accents in the cafes and stuff like that around where I live. But it was all about that, and we always had a good time. So let me know in the comments as well if you are, well, I don't know, have you had your Thanksgiving dinner already? Maybe many of you will be having it right now. I don't know, depending which time zone you are in America. And of course, it's celebrated in many places around the world. So even in places that aren't in America but having Thanksgiving, and you happen to be watching this either now or after, I hope you have a good one. All right, so let's see, what do we have in here? So we got a few questions that came in. I was so busy. I also posted for questions late as well. I had to do it while I was doing one of my consultations. I was talking to them and I was like, just give a minute. And then the door buzzer went and I had to take deliveries. Anyway, whatever. That's Thursdays for you. All right, let's see what we've got here. Now this has come in from Nick Mink. She says, a left-wing former history teacher, Yumandu Orsi, has won the presidential election in Uruguay, going against the trend of white right-wing wins. What do the cards show for the future under his guidance? Oh, let's take a look at that. That's quite an interesting one. As we know, we like to travel. As you guys know, I like to travel around in this show. I don't know why my phone still beeped, even though I've got it on airplane mode. Interesting. Uruguay. Let's see. What's the energy for Uruguay under their new... And that does seem to buck a little bit of the trend. But in general, you've seen, guys, isn't it? It's all kind of going... Yeah, it's all been moving over to right because of that Pluto in Capricorn, as I've been saying. But it's in general, what you got to remember as well, Capricorn is a conservative sign. It's essentially a conservative sign. That's what it is. Aquarius is more liberal, so it shows the dual nature of Saturn, how on one side he can be very conservative and quite more restrictive when he's in Capricorn, which he was in 2020. January 2020 is when Saturn moved into sidereal Capricorn. Yeah, what do we get? We got global lockdowns. Yeah, spends about 2.5 years in each sign, and then on January 17th, 2023, he then moved into sidereal Aquarius. And as I predicted, I said we're going to be dealing with all things to do with the sky, space, technology, etc. Governments changing rules and regulations. What did we have? We had Chinese space balloon. Yeah, do you remember that story? Then all of the UFO sightings and all of the not only that, the sightings, but in Mexico, actually, they did the scan of the alien bodies that they found. We had disclosure by the airline pilots and stuff, but we're so distracted now that they do this full disclosure stuff and it barely touches the sides because, you know, Duck L'Orange and the election and all of these kind of things. So there was that. And of course, we've since seen the explosion of AI as well. So all of that is due to Saturn now being in Aquarius. Remember, March 29th, on the day of the eclipse 2025, he moves into sidereal Pisces, which I'm referring to as the Great Awakening, because that is an 8-planet stellium when you include Chiron. So huge, huge, huge. But let's see, Uruguay. What's he called again? Yamandu Orsi. Let's just see here. And then we need to do just a little touch base as well, see what's going on with Duck L'Orange and all the various bits and shenanigans going on in the cabinet. Seems like the piranhas are attacking each other already, but I've not been able to see yet for myself. So, you know, we'll have to see. Anyway, right. Uruguay. What is this new leader? What's it called again? Yamandu Orsi. Oh, Yamandu Orsi. What's he going to bring for Uruguay? And then we've got some US-based questions, of course. And then we'll put in some Putin questions, so stay tuned. And of course, please don't forget as well to like and subscribe and press the bell press the bell notification if you have not done so already to my channel. Much appreciated. Helps the old algorithm. Oh, this is interesting. Ah, okay. I think this is pretty clear. All right, now total cold read. I've got not a clue about this guy, but you know, I like a bit of a cold read. Oh, there's 287 of you so far. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. All right, here we are. So I'm not sure if this is upset that he's won, or maybe some people are upset that he's won. I don't know what the political temperature is like in Uruguay, but what this says to me is because whenever elections happen, the first card as well can really talk about the people or the whole context. So whatever it was, I think the people of Uruguay were quite upset by things. I literally, they've not been on my radar at all. But with this would suggest, look, strife, a sense of betrayal, upset, anger, hurt. Yeah. So maybe this is what was before the election, or maybe how the electorate was feeling, or the Uruguayans were feeling in general. But this could also be as well, maybe some people are unhappy that he won as well. Yeah, you know, that could be interpreted that way as well. However, if we look here, we got the Temperance card, which is showing up here, which is technically in the obstacle position, particularly as the first card is a bit unhappy. But so I think what he's going to try and do is, obviously he's going to try and bring some counterbalance to things. Yeah, counterbalance to things here. You can see the foot is in the water and the other one is on land. And actually in these cards here, the liquid is actually moving up. So this talks about rebalancing, recalibrating things, but it's showing up in the obstacle position. So what this suggests to me, you know, he might face a bit of opposition and a bit of struggle in trying to kind of do the alchemy, get the car going, get things started. But it also shows as well, particularly when we look at the next card, which is quite positive, there might be quite a bit of goodwill towards him as well. Yeah. Umandu, yeah, left-wing former history teacher. Wow. Okay. If we look here again, I think this is talking about the electorate. Here we've got the fool card. It doesn't mean that he is a fool. What this actually can mean, it really means, I think this is the public taking a leap of faith, quite literally a leap of faith. This is obviously a different departure. He's obviously probably not part of the usual political class, particularly as a former history teacher as well. It's almost a bit like kind of like Tim Waltz, I suppose, in a way, isn't it? Like teacher, coach, etc. So this represents a departure from the norms. This is requiring a leap of faith. Yeah, so it looks like quite a lot of the electorate has put their faith in this person. Yeah. If we look here, this is looking like, now I don't think this is literally Joe Biden. I don't think he's going to be having much influence in Uruguay right now because obviously the outgoing president. But I think this represents, as usual, like I say, this represents democracy as well. So it looks like this has been a triumph for democracy. I don't know if there is any scandals or miscounts or this, that, and the other, anything like that. But this suggests to me that maybe democracy has done pretty well out of this. This could also describe him. I don't know him from Adam. I've got no clue, but I can only go on the card. And this card, the King of Cups, is about a man who has emotional intelligence and compassion, empathy. So it seems like here he's maybe run on a platform of compassion, empathy, or sympathizing with ordinary people. Yeah, the pain of the ordinary people. This is what I suspect. And they've listened to him, weighed things up. Yeah, weighed things up. Decided to take a leap of faith. Yeah, and then what we look here, his outcome card is actually quite a positive one. We see here the architects or the planners and the worker here, and they're working together in a spirit of collaboration toward a shared goal. So what this suggests to me is that that he's willing to collaborate with people. I think he wants to rebuild. This is a sense of maybe vision, wanting to rebuild the country, develop the country. That's the sense that I get when I look at all of that together. So I want to say that looks pretty positive to me. I'm not saying he's going to get absolutely everything his own way, but it does look like a leap of faith. Yeah, a leap of faith for the electorate, and they've given their faith to him, it seems, and he's got the spirit of collaboration. So he certainly looks like his heart is in the right place. But again, this is the first time I've even heard of that person, and I've literally just read off the doodads. Oh, where's my pen? Oh, look at this. My pens always move around, so I always have my pen on the string. But I was so busy today, I had to take the pen off the string, and now I can't find my bloody pen. Oh, Jesus, I just have to use Mercury retrograde, everyone. I feel like I'm having a meltdown. Anyway, so that was Uruguay. Let's see who is in the chat. Who's in the chat? So Mona Rogers is here. Been watching the Flintstones all day. Ah, bless. And then someone's here. Bubba's Wheel of Fortune says, I agree. So that was obviously saying yes to something. Who else is here? Oh, here we are. Angela's in the house. Hello, nice to see you. Oh, right. Okay, so June is saying, hi, everyone. Just hanging out until I have to leave for my Thanksgiving gathering. I hope you have a wonderful one. I hope you have a fabulous time. Absolutely fill yourself to bursting. And then Tartan Spices, hi, Hoagie. Hello. Oh, Sylvia says, hi, Hoagie. I've lovely greeting from Switzerland. You know, I've been thinking about Switzerland the other day. I would love to visit. I mean, the place looks absolutely gorgeous. Right, let's go on to the next question here. So what we got here? Let's take a look at Romania. Oh, and then we've got a Mark Zuckerberg question visiting Duclaron. So we'll put that in. And then we've got one with Ukraine as well. So let's look at Romania. Okay, so Nick Minks again. So a recount of the votes cast in the first round of the presidential elections in Romania is ordered by the country's top court following allegations that TikTok gave preferential treatment to Kalin Georgescu. Will this make any difference to the result of the final vote? Let me read that again. A recount of the votes cast in the first round of the presidential elections in Romania is ordered by the country's top court following allegations that TikTok gave preferential treatment to Kalin Georgescu. Will this make a difference? Oh, let's have a look. So here we've been in Romania. Wow. Now remember, guys, this is a very, very incredible year this year, because literally half of the world's population is involved in elections this year. Obviously, the big cheese, the big hoo-ha was the one that's just gone in America, but key elections everywhere. The future is being decided now, folks. And I'm really strongly thinking that I might I'll still keep this channel, but I'm thinking of creating, I might do a financial channel, something like that. I'm not going to give it away too much, because people copy, people copy, but the changes are so profound that are coming. I think it's merited. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. Wink wink, nudge nudge. All right, Romania recount. I'm going to pull some cards as well on Duck Larange's cabinet as well. I'll save that towards the end, but I'll see what's going on. Oh my god! All right, Romania, recount. What effect will this potentially have? Let's see. If we see dramatic cards, if we see the Tower, things like that. We see the Seven of Swords, of course, again, someone trying to get away with something, that kind of thing. It could be more benign. Let's see, what's going on with Romania? Oh dear. All right. Ooh. I think this might be a little bit of a worry. Yeah. So if we look here, we've got the Chariot. Yeah, the Chariot. Now the Chariot is about imposing one's will. Yeah, it's moving forward, of course, at pace, but it's also about imposing one's will. Yeah, moving forward with strength, with energy, with robustness. Yeah, with force and with power. It's actually a very powerful major arcana card. So this makes me think of momentum. The thing is, because it's a total cold read, so I don't know anything about the contender there. But let's just say, like, this is putting heat or petrol in the engine. Let's put it that way. It's putting petrol in the engine. If we look here now, we've got, now what's this guy called? What was it? Kalin Georgescu. So maybe this is him. Yeah. Maybe this is Kalin Georgescu. Now, it would make sense, yeah, because obviously it's a male card. We're talking about a male leader, and it's a king card. So I think this is him. And the King of Wands is very passionate. It has a lot to do with entrepreneurship as well. So I often associate this card with entrepreneurship. Maybe he was a former businessman. I don't know. I literally don't know anything about him. But this is talking about his passion and his desire to win. I don't know if the recount was against him or for him, but it said TikTok, wasn't it? TikTok. So I don't know who the opposition person is, but I suspect this is the guy. Yeah. If we look here we have got the Knight of Pentacles, which of course, now the Knight of Pentacles can talk about the loyal knight. Yeah, the loyal knight. But he's obviously holding a pentacle in his hand. This card can also talk about the mercenary as well. Yeah, the mercenary, the person who's bought and paid for, yeah, to maybe do a bit of dirty work. So maybe this is connected with the accusations of TikTok. Maybe he paid, or someone paid a lot of money for maybe him to have preferential treatment. Yeah, otherwise, why else would the judge talk about it? Here we have got the what's that? The Four of Swords. Yeah, the Four of Swords. Now, you know, when this card comes up in retirement, this is often can represent someone's career being ended. Yeah, this is what I've come to associate with this. So I think there is, at the very least, there might be an attempt to end this person's campaign or career, hence the recount. You know, it's quite a simple interpretation there, really, isn't it? And then look at the outcome card. Oh dear. Yeah. So this is, of course, Ten of Swords is the card of endings, backstabbing, betrayal, etc. So this might be how this guy is feeling. Well, it's again called Kalin Georgescu. Maybe this is how he's feeling, or maybe this is how his opponent is feeling, that he or she was backstabbed in some way, or some element here of betrayal. So I think it could be impactful. We'll have to see which way it will go, but I think it will. I think it will be impactful, and it will cost. I don't know if it's going to cost Kalin Georgescu their career or the opposition their career, but it's going to cost someone quite dearly by looking at that. And I can't really say any more than that. I don't really know anything more about it, just reading the cards. But thanks so much for the question. So there's that. Right, now we have got a question as well on Putinshka, and of course his threats he's been making to the world. What's this here? What's this? Sylvia saying he got an award for the Man of the Century. Can you believe this? Who did? Who got an award for Man of the Century? What's this? Trump was seen the day after the ambulance getting an award. Oh, what? So what? What? Trump has Trump been given? Am I getting this right? Because I'm trying to piece together the chat. So has Trump been given an award for Man of the Century? Is that true? Am I getting that right? Or am I totally barking up the wrong tree? And then someone says, Estelle says, Hogarth, we're totally popping at the seams. Good. Stuff in more. You know, drink more, stuff in more, with all the tumult that we've had, yeah, people deserve a bit of relaxation, isn't it? A bit of overindulgence and stuff. Just throw that turkey down, pigs in blankets if you do that as well. Oh, so Mona says, I've decided not to go to my MAGA neighbors for dinner, even though they invited me. Didn't need the conversation. Oh, bless. Sometimes, though, it's still worth finding out what the other side is talking about, though. But, you know, I can understand that. And people saying here, we had Barbs said we had homemade veggie chili and cornbread on the picket line in Canada. On the picket line? Were you campaigning? Am I getting that right? Anyway, let's see here. Oh my God, someone's saying here, Shia C says, Trump has threatened to start a war with Mexico. Will someone take him off that ledge? Has he? You know, I can barely keep up with what is going on. Let me just, wow. My goodness. All right. We're going to read on Ukraine. And then we'll get into, we've got some more Elon Musk, we've got some Mark Zuckerberg as well, and a question about Jaguar. So let's read on that, and then, let's read on that, and then let's get stuck in, because there seems to be, everything is just changing all the time, isn't it? With the Trump appointments, etc., this, that, and the other. God, it must be like a bag of rattlesnakes in there. All right. So this question from Manuela. Thank you so much for your question. And then we're going to get into some Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and Duck L'Orange. Anyway, so she says, hello, you lovely three. But obviously, it's Thursday Fry-Up tonight. I'm on my own. Yeah. Bless. So my question today would be, if Trump gets Putin to stop his war in Ukraine and all the threats to the West, if Trump gets this done, I would be relieved, she says. I know how you and many think about Trump, but to be honest, if he achieves this, then I'm just glad. I want peace for the whole world. Oh, fair enough. Let's just see. So the question will be, will he be able to have influence? Because he said he was, remember, he said he would stop it within an hour of getting into, he says a lot of things. Let's just see. Let's just pull on the energy of that, if that is even possible. And guys, let me know in the comments about the, what was it called? The best man of the century or something, really? And someone here is asking as well, do you see any international help with our 45 issue NATO? Oh, I'm not sure. Wasn't the head of NATO in Mar-a-Lago the other day? Yeah, wasn't that one of the stories? Anyway, let's just see. Duck L'Orange, war in Ukraine. Can he have any effect? Which is what Manuela is asking. Let's see. Let's see. See what's going on with Duck L'Orange. We see if there's influential cards, or, but if we see like the 7 of Cups, then that can talk about delusion. Even the Fool card could be foolish, but if there's powerful cards, you never know. Let's have a little look-see. Let's see what kind of cards. Oh! I shouldn't laugh, because I mean, this is just uncanny. This is just uncanny. Yeah, uncanny. First card we get, look, we get the Devil. Yeah, the Devil talks about what? Sickness, illness, psychosis, sociopathy, psychopathy, drugs, addiction, attachments. Yeah, attachments. Well, we've got to remember, I've got to cover the little nakedy bits. But you see, they've got chains around their neck. Yeah, you see, they've got chains around their neck, but the chains are loose. So the Devil can often talk about being attached to someone or something, or even addiction. Now, isn't this interesting? Because we're asking about Duck L'Orange, Ukraine, the war, and of course, this is also dealing with Putinshka. So this could also show what? An attachment, yeah, to Putinshka, and particularly when you see the last card and what I always associate with this card. So we're already getting clues here. Some attachment, some dark alliance with Putinshka. Yeah, it's quite obvious. And as you know, I've been reading on this for years, reading on it, and everyone else has as well. Now, look at this. Oh my God. So this dark attachment, yeah, to someone or something in regards to what? A victory, which is shown up in the obstacle position. Now that's interesting, isn't it? In light of what has happened, but it is the victory card. There's been some kind of deal, yeah. There's definitely been some kind of deal, a dark alliance in some way. If we look here in the middle, as you know, I associate the Queen of Pentacles now, particularly in the political questions, with the electorate. Yeah, the electorate, or people of a country, because this is very much the card of homeland. Yeah, but this could also be talking about Ukraine as well. So it's almost like here, quite literally in the middle of the reading, you can see the Ukrainian people. Yeah, that have kind of, you know, kind of stuck in the middle of all of this. If we look here, we do have the Page of Wands. Now, remember, pages are all about messages, yeah? And the Page of Wands is known as the orator. So Duck L'Orange is certainly going to be speaking about it, yeah? Because this could be him talking about it. It's certainly going to make a big hoo-ha about it. But look at the outcome card. Now, remember, what is the card that I always associate with Russia? Yeah, which you see puts it all together. Yeah, the Empress. Yeah, Russia. As you guys know, have been watching me for a long time, I do associate this card with not only Russia, but Putin himself. Putin very often in my deck shows up as the Empress or the Emperor. Yeah. And it doesn't mean he's effeminate or whatever. It means he uses both tactics. Sometimes he's outwardly aggressive, and then other times he's more like, yeah, Novichok on doorknobs and, you know, poison and, you know, stuff like that. But when you put that together, when I said that looks like Duck Larange is beholden to someone or something, and I said it's probably, yeah, Putin. Look, when you look at top and tail, that would certainly be the case. But what this says to me is that there's some kind of alliance, some kind of agreement. Because also as well, the Queen of Pentacles talks about something being secured, yeah, secured, safe, yeah, held tight. And of course, there's the speaking. Now, we know that Duck Larange has been speaking with Putinshka, hasn't he? I mean, at least 7 times, they said, according to what's his face. I can't remember now, but you know who I'm talking about. Wasn't it Bob Woodward? Something like that? Or whatever was disclosed. You know, a few weeks ago, they said there were at least 7 conversations between Duck Larange and Putinshka, probably discussing tactics for winning, yeah, the election, but it's turned up in the obstacle position. But this is about, yeah, security. Look, I'm going to go as far to say this. I think there is an agreement already in place that people don't know about. That's what I'm going to say. Because why else would Dr. Larange be announcing that to the world if he didn't believe that it was? And I think it's conditional. Of course, the attachment. This dark agreement was conditional, and this is how I think it's gone. Let's see how it pans out, but this is how I think it's gone. The dark agreement was that Putinshka was like, I will help you win. Yeah, I will help you be victorious and secure your victory over the electorate. Yeah, but then you're going to speak up for me and defend Mother Russia in regard to Ukraine, so that Putinshka gets what he wants. Yeah, kind of makes sense, doesn't it? But look how the cards have come out. Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that much to come out there. So so let's say the chances are quite good, but if he is able to bring it to an end or some kind of agreement or something like that, is because it was pre-agreed. The deal, the way I'm interpreting that, has already been done and been discussed based on those cards. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about that? I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Arit, let's just see here. Let's have a little look. So happy Thanksgiving from upstate New York, and we sure are stuffed here. Good. Filled to bursting. Yeah. And then Deborah saying lunch is over and I'm back home. And then Shia is saying, yes, we already eaten and we'll eat again late tonight. Oh, of course, you've got to have the turkey sandwiches. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's really nice. Titan Spice says, I helped volunteering today at the organization that helped the developmentally disabled, those with mental health challenges, and those with substance issues suffering. Stuffing is my weakness. I didn't stuff. Good for you. Good for you being a good Samaritan today. And then someone else is saying, Joe's saying, I'm already stuffed, Hogarth. Today I made sweet potato pie with Asian purple sweet potatoes. Oh, very tasty. A question, what is on the horizon for Mexico? All right, let's dive in with Mexico. So we're going on a slight deviation here. Let's see what's going on with Mexico. Because let me just see here. Did I actually star that? Yeah, if I click that up, Share saying Trump has threatened to start a war with Mexico. Was someone taking off that ledge? Oh my God. All right. So if I go back to the live chat, let's see. Someone's saying, is Trump in hospital? Been reported on several channels that he's in hospital, but it's all hush hush. Not that I'm aware of. Someone was saying that he was seen out and about. I think it was because there was that ambulance convoy, which ended up being a false alarm. But as you know, in my previous predictions, I did say that he is in danger of that sort of thing because he's in his Jupiter Venus. His Venus is in the 12th house. And the 12th house does deal with what? Endings, hospitals, prisons, stuff like that. He's obviously not going to go to... Well, I mean, I knew that wouldn't be really happening. He's been helped so much by the judiciary. But yeah, he does have to watch his health. So, but until I see it categorically reported on TV, pictures, everything, I think at this stage it might just be rumors. But someone was saying he was spotted somewhere and he received this Man of the World award or something like that. So it could just be speculation or a bit of wishful thinking. Anyway, Mexico. Situation with Mexico. Obviously, he's threatening with the tariffs. Dr. Orange is now apparently talking about war, according to the comments. As you know, I do not know. I've not had time to look, particularly on Thursdays, busy with clients. Been totally occupied. Okay. Duck Orange in Mexico. Duck Orange in Mexico. Duck Orange in Mexico. We don't want to see bombastic cards like the Tower or anything like that. Let me just put here Trump versus Mexico. So Trump versus Mexico. And the leader of Mexico is female. And we know that he has issues with that. Let's have a look here. No, I don't think it's war. I mean, even by Duck Orange's standards, that would be extraordinary. This is interesting. Look. All right. This is part of a strategy and plan. Yeah, here we got the 8 of Pentacles here, which is about what? Working hard on something, working hard on plans, trying to execute something. This is also deals with education, knowledge, but essentially working hard, being diligent. So these threats are part of a bigger plan. And I think in Duck Orange is wanting to scare and spook and boomy, as we would say in the Caribbean, boomy everybody up. Yeah. So it's part of a strategy, yeah, this bombastic language. If we look here, I think it's part of a strategy to put everyone on the defensive, yeah. He wants to put Canada on the defensive, Mexico on the defensive, China on the defensive, yeah. So everyone feels like they have to defend their patch. But this is also as well the reactions to of what Duck Orange has been saying, because if he's going to go on the attack, then of course the other countries could attack back. This isn't going to be war in that sense. I think this is more about the tariffs, the tit for tat that could happen on tariffs, because we all know tariffs make life for consumers more expensive. And apparently I was watching something and they survey, I don't know how many people are still watching CNN now, but anyway, I was just browsing through and they said apparently 59% of Americans understand that tariffs will increase prices and are okay with it anyway. Isn't that interesting? I think 25% were like, what's a tariff? Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying what I see. So part of a plan, yeah, part of a strategy to put other countries on the defensive. But look, disappointment, yeah. 5 of Cups, disappointment, sadness. Look, some of these cups are spilled over. I think there will be some sanctions, but not all, because there's still 2 cups left up. But I think a lot of people that would have voted with Duck Orange for all of this, thinking that life was going to get cheaper, might be sorely disappointed. Yeah, depends how much it's done. If he does 1 or 2, it might not be so horrific. But if it's blanket 20%, which is what he's been talking about, and then an extra 10% on top for China, he was talking about 60% at one point, but an extra 10% on China, that's going to make life very expensive. Yeah. Here we can see there's tumult and discord, and everyone's scrabbling and fighting amongst themselves. But this is also part of the intended consequences of Duck Larange as well. He wants everyone to be in a state of panic, you know, these different countries. But also as well, I think this also means as well there's disagreement within his own, we say cabinet, but within his own team that he's assembled. Yeah, there's not agreement here, so there's disquiet, and even disquiet amongst the Republicans. But because they've not rubber stamped everything as I think he thought that they would do. Yeah, but nonetheless, the chariot is back, so there's this element here of charging forward and stuff like that. So I think Duck Larange is going to obviously charge forward with these plans, irrespective. How much they'll be modulated, we have to wait and see. Is it war with Mexico, physical war with Mexico? No, I don't think it. I mean, that would be just, even for Duck Larange, would just be absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's a massive trading partner of the United States, but he's using warlike language, this aggression, yeah, to get everyone, yeah, defending themselves and off kilter, off balance. But it might backfire. Could well backfire, but he's going to keep going forward. So I'm going to say no to war. This is Mexico war, question mark. No. But let's see how it develops. He's certainly getting everyone like, ooh, yeah, which is the whole point. Let's see how we're doing on time here. All right, I've got about 20 minutes left. Let's see. Oh, we'll do a read on Elon, Zuckerberg, and then directly on the cabinet. Let's see if I've got enough time for that. Here, this was more of a British question, but let's see how it flies. So Nick Minxer says, a bit less political. Jaguar, the car company, appear to have missed the mark with their new logo. However, I know there is a new car soon to be launched. It's an electric car, by the way, should be well received. But do the cards show whether the logo is damaging the brand, or is this the successful resurgence of the iconic brand? So apparently they've done an advert which everyone is referring to as woke and a bit over the top and what have you. JC saying he wants to destroy the country. Yeah, well, it's malignant narcissist. That's the problem, though, isn't it? That's the problem. But many people voted for him. And then people saying, thanks, Sergey. Thank you. Let's see here. I'm trying to scroll down. We aren't. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we are. So Mona Rogers is saying, Hogarth, please explain to everyone to stay away from the rumor mill about Duck Larange and ambulance, Walter Reed. He's still unfortunately around. Right, there you are. Thank you. Yeah, I'm avoiding what you guys have seen anyway. I've kind of stepped back from a lot of this, a lot of this stuff, because I understand that people are very upset by what has happened with the election, but I don't want it to come across as like a critique of anyone else. Look, anyone who has got their own channel, they are sovereign. They can make their own decisions about their content and all of that stuff that they put out. And, because each of us are individuals. But I would just caution, all I would say is that false hope is worse than no hope. Yeah. We just have to be realistic about, things. And that's all I'm going to say, because I see some things and I'm like, it's not what I would personally do, but each person is sovereign. They have to go on based on what they feel to be true. And I'll leave it there, because, I'll just leave it there. But I would just say we have to be careful. Yeah. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with these platforms. Let's just put it that way. A lot of responsibility that comes with it. Jaguar. All right, let's have a quick flash on Jaguar and see what else is it here in the. Has anyone noticed that? What's this? What's this here? Has anyone noticed that the bank's chain and the ink pens, which is counted? Okay, it's just being not given the key to do. Oh, I'm not quite sure I understand that. Anyway, never mind. And then, but then we got a little bit. So Mona Rogers, I agree with you and respectfully curious. Have you seen him in the last week? So that's this seems to be quite a bit of hot debate going on there. How long before 45 turns to Niagara Falls and the Grand Canyon into amusement water park? We'll see. The Grand Canyon is absolutely stunning, by the way. Jaguar. Let's do a quick read on the old Jaguar. Iconic British brand. I'm not quite sure how it's been divvied and sold up, but they've caused a bit of controversy with their advert. But they're probably going as well that there's no such thing as bad publicity, isn't it? Because you get people's tongues wagging and then people start talking about it. And we're talking about Jaguar when I can't think of the last time I thought of Jaguar. Let's just see what cards they get. And then we'll go back into some of this Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, how interesting. All right. So the question is, will it lead to the resurgence? Here, this is interesting. We've got the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is about bringing people together. Yeah. She is the host, the salon gatherer where intellectual debate and discourse can happen. But remember as well, this is also entrepreneurship. Remember, I associate wands with entrepreneurship, particularly the royal suite. So I think this is Jaguar. Yeah, Jaguar kind of trying to come up with a cunning plan using their intuition. Yeah, relying on their intuition with the cat here to just come up with something interesting and different. They're hoping it would have led them to a victory, but the victory card has turned up technically in the obstacle position here. But mind you, the first card is quite positive. So yet to be determined if this is truly a win. I think it's more like an obstacle. I think they were hoping for something like this, and they've had a lot of backlash, apparently. This has caused them to kind of reflect a little bit more, go within and be like, maybe we need to reassess our plans. Particularly here as well, we see the Five of Cups returns again. So again, cups spilt here, upset, not happy. Things maybe have not gone well, but there's still two cups standing up. So there's still the launch of the actual car itself. But look what they get. They get the Wheel of Fortune reversed upside down. And that means the little demon is actually on the top. And when the little demon, now, as you know, I keep my cards the straight right way up, and this one's turned upside down for them. So it means bad luck, unfortunately, is more inclined to happen rather than good. So I think maybe it's kind of backfired. It depends how good the car is, but I don't know. And I didn't even recognize the logo when I saw like Jaguar. I was like, Jaguar. I didn't even realize it was them because it's so different. So sometimes changing too much, going too radical can actually backfire. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like more bad luck rather than good luck. Right. So here we've got Nick Mink, she's kind of disguised her language a bit, yeah, to, I think, probably not to be picked up by the algorithm. So she says, Elon, posted a message on Hex. Hex, that's a good one, rather than Hex, of course, is the old school, you guys would know this, the old school word for spell or curse, yeah? Well, normally it's a curse, actually, a hex. So basically implying that he sees the DOGE department set up as a joke. Is he seeing this as a way of getting more money from the US, and does he really want to put the work into this? Let's have a look. So Elon Musk, DOGE, which is, what was it? The Department of, I can't remember what it is. Maybe it's the Department of Getting Everything. The Department of Government Efficiency, isn't it? That's it. Department of Government Efficiency. What's his real motivation here? I think one of the big things for Elon, which I can say with, which I'm pretty sure about, he's thinking of the government contract opportunities. Remember, he wants to go to Mars, yeah? Elon wants to go to Mars. And the best way he can do that, if he's influential in the government and he can secure himself massive contracts, issues to and access to huge funds, vast sums, trillions of dollars. Let's see. So that's, but let me just see what the cards say. All right. Elon. What's his motivations with the government? So what's his motivations with the government? I'm getting a little bit of a psychic hit. I don't think he takes it that seriously, you know. Remember, he's on drugs as well, isn't it? They're worried all about his drug taking and all of that kind of stuff. He's a funny one, you know. Honestly, Elon is a funny one. Let's see what cards we get. Oh. You would not believe the card that is back. Yeah. The card that has come back. Anyway, overall theme. So look at this. Reading on Elon, does he take this seriously? The Department of Government Efficiency and all that kind of stuff. What's his motivation? Why is he really in it for? And the question is so Elon posted a message on X, basically implying he sees the DOGE Department of Government Efficiency Department set up as a joke. Yeah. Is he seeing this as a way of getting more money from the US? And does he really want to put the work into this? More money. Yeah, because he's got the 9 of Pentacles has come up, which of course is now, this actually, if you get this card in a person's reading, is actually quite a positive card because it's the card of luxury, wealth. Yeah, having everything that you need. Yeah, and obviously he's not short of a penny or two, is he? But I think in the context of this government department, this is talking about Elon getting everything that he wants. And it shows he's probably more in it for the money. If it was the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles is about legacies, building something that's going to live on beyond you. This card here is more about your personal wealth, your personal satisfaction, your personal needs getting met. Now, of course, the shadow interpretation of this card as well, it is the courtesan or the someone who can be bought for money. This also can be a card of vanity. Yeah, can also be a card of vanity. And someone who might be a bit morally ambiguous, but because, you know, so basically this first card is indicating that it's probably more personal motivation rather than really wanting to do something for America per se. And of course, I mean, he wasn't born in America, was he? You know, anyway, if we look here, another giveaway. Turning up in the obstacle position, we've got the Lovers. Now, as you guys know, who've been watching me for ages, what do I associate this card with? It's not just teamwork, partnerships, and marriage. Yeah, it can be those things. So look, here is the partnership. Elon partnering with the government, Duck L'Orange and stuff like that. But remember as well, this card I associate with trades, goods, and services, imports and exports. Major thing. Yeah, he's giving his influence and all of that stuff over imports, exports, all of that stuff, government efficiencies, what to cut, what not. I mean, Elon in charge of that. Oh my God, look how he treated his employees. Anyway, if we look here, we get the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, the 2 of Pentacles is about, literally can be like juggling budgets. Isn't this interesting that this card has come out in the middle and it's talking about the Department of Government Efficiency? So he's been put in charge of what? Trying to balance the books. But you see here, he's dancing, but the waters are choppy behind. The shadow interpretation of this card as well can deal with manipulation as well. Yeah, can deal with manipulation or sleight of hand. If we look here, though, 6 of Wands comes back. Was this the 3rd time I pulled this card? You see how much I thoroughly shuffle. Yeah. So again, this is about a victory, but a victory for who? Yeah. A victory for whom? Because of course it's coming So it's like, you know, these cuts or these efficiencies, but who's it going to affect? Look at the outcome card. We get the death card. Yeah. So this is very transformational, this stuff. Very, very transformational. But if we take it, I mean, this could be, oh God, do I even want to say it? There may be some departments that literally die, yeah, under his tenure. At the very least, transform. I know that's a dramatic thing to say, but I have to say what I see based on his intention, yeah? It's essentially self-serving, but it is also as well about imports and exports. He wants a contract. He wants a government contract because that's going to boost his imports and exports. I would also strongly suspect that, I think, was it Lena that maybe mentioned this, but maybe post-show, he will probably obviously want to make sure that his goods are exempt from tariffs. Bet you any money. Remember, a lot of his stuff is made in China. Yes, that means his Tesla cars will become a lot more expensive. So that might be a motivation as well. Yeah, self-motivation in regards to business, trade, goods, imports, exports. He's going to be in charge of what? Juggling budgets. Yeah, but there could be an element here of manipulation, perhaps for his own aggrandizement and wealth and victory, sense of victory, but this kind of sense of death and transformation as well. So I think he's going to do some stuff which is, if he sticks with it, assuming, you know, inauguration happens, this, that, and the other, and this happens, yeah, assuming that this happens, if Congress or whatever, or the Senate doesn't step in, but it could have really quite a dramatic and transformational impact. And he might really cut some stuff. That's a bit worrying, isn't it? But what can I do? I have to read the cards, isn't it? As you guys know, I say what I see. Say what I see. So a little bit concerning there, isn't it? But it's for me, seeing those cards, it's much more about his personal impact and ambition, what he wants to do to enrich himself and Tesla and all that kind of stuff. Reet, oh my God, look at the time. It's gone so quickly already. Let's have a quick scan through the chat, and then I can squeeze in one more question about Mark Zuckerberg and then do a little read. What's this? Someone saying here, he accepted in golf clothes and called Moms of Liberty wrong name. Same day ambulance was there. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So Maria saying, yes, Trump did get Man of the Century by a woman's group in Florida. Okay. Wow. Wow. Let's see here. Angela saying the world has gone crazy. Yes, it has. Oh, someone's saying here, Mexico is suing the USA. So isn't it funny? Because I've only just seen that now, but I did my reading, isn't it? I said it might backfire. It's probably going to backfire. It's going to force retaliation. Anyway, you've seen me. I don't need to repeat myself. And then someone's saying, yes, Ducky wants to invade Mexico. He's Delulu. Good. I mean, good luck with that, Duck Orange. And then, yeah, Joel said it's true. A group of delusional women declared Trump Man of the Century. Wow. Wow. Oh, here we are. Babs saying, I work for Canada Post. We're on strike for a decent contract. Nothing in life is simple, is it? That's why you're on the picket. So, wow, you spent Thanksgiving on the picket, quite literally. Guns going to Mexico. They're suing. All right. So we've seen that, because I'm trying, because sometimes I miss some of the very ends of the chat. Elise is saying, I'm enjoying the Hogarth show while busy making Thanksgiving dishes. Thank you. In the kitchen, stuffing, mashed potatoes, sweet potato, casserole, gravy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thankful for you, dear Hogarth. Oh, that's sweet. Mwah. Big kiss. Thank you. Thanks for the support. All right, let's, what's this? Oh, so Mona's saying, Dr. Orange said that he talked to the president of Mexico. She retaliated back. Untrue. She would just use tariffs to Two, Duck Larange got mad and threatened war. Oh, I see. So she basically called him out. And then, yeah, and she is saying, understand, Hoagie, you need to laugh to keep from crying. I mean, it's just crazy that, oh God, Elon in that department, looking after those budgets. Oh dear, I don't like the cards that showed up there. All right, now this one's come in. Meta from Nick Minks again. Meta boss Mark Zuckerberg. Remember him, the alien, yeah, with the two eyes on the side of his head. Bless. Anyway, apparently he likes to go hunting. He does wild hunting and all of this kind of stuff. And he's very, very fit. He does a lot of fitness and stuff. Anyway, Metabox Mark Zuckerberg has visited Darth Vader at his imperial base. What would the purpose be for this? To kiss the ring, obviously. Will metaverse platforms be polluted with fake news and no longer places for freedom of speech? So what is this all about? Everyone's going to kiss the ring. Yeah, everyone's going to kiss the ring. And they're kind of making pragmatic decisions. It's kind of like the Mooch said, Scaramucci said, you know, they're looking after their own interests. This is basically what it is, looking after their own interests. They know that Duck Larange has threatened to close down certain parts of media. So, you know, he's going there to, you know, butter up and schmooze and, you know, and obviously Duck Larange will make his demands and he's going to be like, you got to be nicer about me. So who knows? Let's see. What would be the consequence of this meeting between Mark Zuckerberg and Duck Larange for free speech and the like? Do you see how they all comply? Yeah, when it's different, they're like, oh, free speech, oh, you know, ooh. And now it's like, oh, my darling. Yeah. The world. All right. Mark Zuckerberg, what's going on there with him and Duck Larange? He's just feathering his nest. He's just greasing. That's the sense I get. I don't want to judge it too much, though. Let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah, greasy lips. Oh, well, look at this. Well, look, this is pretty clear. Look at this. All right. He's thinking about the money, yeah? He doesn't want to lose money. Pages, as we know, are all about messages, and the Page of Pentacles can literally talk about finances and stuff like that. This isn't huge sums, but I think what this is that Zuckerberg is worried about his finances reducing, coming down, shrinking. Yeah, I think that, you know, that's what he's done, and he may have even gone in with a little offer as well. Yeah, remember, he's a multi-billionaire, old Zuckerberg. Now, if we look here, look, we get the Tower. Yeah, sudden shocks and surprises, sudden transformation that is unexpected or, you know, hard to avoid in some kind of way. I think he is worried because I was watching something as well, because, you know, everyone's going on to Blue Sky now, and apparently old Zuckerberg is getting a little bit sweaty. Yeah, because they're gaining so many followers, and that means less people that will be using Threads, which I don't even understand how it all works, to be honest. It just doesn't seem to make any sense. But anyway, so he's worried about losing revenue. Yeah, I think he's had some shocking news about figures and stuff like that, and he's making a pragmatic choice. Yeah, getting greasy lips. If we look here, I think this is Mark Zuckerberg, of course, which is now the King of Swords is the King of Swords can talk about someone very intelligent, someone very astute. He's certainly intelligent, but let's not forget the shadow of this card, yeah, which can be cold and unfeeling as well. Yeah, I think this is Mark Zuckerberg doing his thing. But look at this. A bit of Russia turns up again. Now, let's not forget, with the first election of Duck Larange, Remember, there was a tremendous amount of propaganda and stuff that was actually propagated on places like Facebook. It's been proven that the Russians paid millions, yeah, to put ads up there and stuff like that. And he took the money, yeah. So look, the Russia is there. I wonder if that's what they actually discussed. Maybe about future things, how Zuckerberg could help Duck L'Orange, possibly. Yeah, the Russia card is there. And then when we see the outcome card, look at that. It's the Four of Pentacles, which is about trying to preserve something, trying to look after something, trying not to lose money, save and conserve money. He's gone there to protect his bottom line. This is how I'm interpreting this. Mark Zuckerberg has gone there to protect his bottom line. He's worried about losing money and revenue to rivals. And he wants preferential treatment, yeah, from Duck L'Orange. He knows about all the Russia stuff and how he basically was also a contributing factor in his first victory and maybe even again, yeah. But this is also as well talking about harvest, fecundity and stuff like that. He wants the future of Facebook and all its products to remain fertile. This is a cold decision. Yeah, it's just a cold clinical business decision on the part of Mark Zuckerberg. And it's, in a way, is to try and mitigate. And he also understands the future shocks that are coming. And he's also thinking about the future uses of Meta as a disruptive force in the world, potentially. But again, it just boils down to the money and the profits. He just wants to keep that together. Anyway, right, there's that. So I'm 106. Oh God, I'm a bit over. I'm just going to pull one. Let me pull 3 cards. I'll pull 3 cards on the vibe of the cabinet in general, like what's going on there with Duck L'Orange and his cohorts, this crew that he has together. Let's just see. Let's just pull 3 cards on that. What's the energy going on with these people? Are they going to support each other? Or are they going to be at each other's throats? Will anything productive come out of it, if that's even at all possible? Oh, look at this. Oh, you saw me shuffling. Yeah, you saw me shuffling. 4 of Pentacles comes back. People are just trying to conserve and protect their positions. Yeah, preserve and protect their wealth, money, positions of power. However, we got the Sun card here. So this is about revelations and truth. I think this is going to quickly emerge. It's probably emerging already. And then again, look, we got the Page of Pentacles that has come back. Yeah, they're just looking after to kind of cover themselves. It means a lot of these people are in there. Essentially, it's their self-interest, their bottom line. They're trying to protect themselves, future-proof themselves. And also as well, of course, the sun also deals with leadership as well. Leadership is ambition and money, basically. I will leave it there because I've already gone over. Thank you so much. I'll scroll further down in the chat because sometimes I miss things. And someone's saying here, Ukraine is home to a vast array of critical minerals with an estimated value in excess of 26 trillion. Yeah, exactly. Lottie says Novichok on doorknobs, never a truer word, Hoagie. Yeah, it's true. This is his style, isn't it? Oh yeah, Mona's saying Biden was able to get a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, but Duck L'Orange will take credit for it, I'm sure. Of course. And let's just see here. Oh, I just have to leave it there because otherwise I'm going to be going on for too long. Was someone who find Joe says, thank you from Hogarth from Mexico. Question, want to move there because they elected a woman president. Crime and cartels are changing. Interesting. Yeah, you know what? I've done readings on Mexico in the past. They are on the up and up, believe it or not. Yeah, it is getting safer. I mean, obviously I can't vouch, for everything, but I was in Mexico last Christmas and I did feel safe there. Obviously that's too short. It's not enough to understand obviously the whole country and stuff like that, but one thing I do know is that Mexico is improving, and they really are a future economy to look at. I'll have to leave it there. I don't have enough time to obviously go all the way through the comments, but thank you for those that did comment. Thank you for joining me. It's over 600 of you who joined me tonight, so much appreciated. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe and all that jazz. Hit the bell notification button, and you'll see me next on Hogely. But I think we covered a good bit of ground there, didn't we? So thanks. Happy Thanksgiving again if you're watching this now or tomorrow or days from now. Mwah, big love. It's made me hungry, but I can't eat now. It's too late in the night. I must leave that there, although I am tempted to snack, but I will leave it there. Let me see if I can end the show on time. All right, bye-bye. Oh, if I can end the show on time. This button goes weird.